It's there. And whoever's his VP has to know, if you go at any time, if you break the loyalty oath to Donald Trump, like in the mafia, they're going to come for you.
The politically savvy people, if there are any within his camp, would probably say go with somebody like Nikki Haley.
Right.
She is still getting a little bit of support within the Republican Party. She can fundraise, and it would perhaps give a little bit of assurance for those Republicans that are not 100% MAGA-lights. Do you see that happening? Because there was a reporting, there it is on the screen from Axios, that she was being considered. Donald Trump fired out a tweet saying, or whatever it is, Truth Social, saying that ain't happening.
Yeah, and Donald Trump Jr. said, I will, do anything to prevent that. I mean, look, Nikki Haley's still getting 20, 30% of the vote in states where she hasn't been on the ballot in months and months, which I think is also an important data point.
Yeah.
There are never Trump people who are going out and voting for someone who is not even in the race. And I don't know that those people come home to Trump. I'm not convinced. And so I would say I think it's very unlikely. She hasn't endorsed him.
Yeah.
And my take is everyone kept saying she's going to endorse, she's going to endorse. She hasn't endorsed. And I really think she, like Liz Cheney, are both trying to keep their powder dry for what happens if he loses.
What do you think? What's the play here for not just Nikki Haley, but for Donald Trump to go with as a vice presidential pick?
Cue the breaking news banner. He will pick a white man. Okay, America?
You think so?
He will pick a white man because that's what he's about. This is the man who bragged, first of all, about just recently that white people are being discriminated against in America. This is a guy who believes that he is the defender of whiteness. There's no doubt about it. You just had a great segment on MAGA at the core is a white nationalist movement. Second, he again is bragging that he terminated Roe v. Wade. He said, I was honored to terminate Roe v. Wade, meaning he is happy that he took a fundamental right from women. He does not view people of color, nor does he view women as equals. He views them as inferior. He will pick a white man because that's what his base wants, and that's what he wants more importantly. So we can play this tape back when he makes his choice. It's going to be a white guy.
All right, we will hold on to the tape.
Not convinced it's going to be a white guy. I think it could still be Sarah Sanders.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Well,
I mean, I think it's more likely to be a white guy, but I think Sarah Sanders is still in it.
Close enough. All right.
White guy.
All right. Well, hold those thoughts. We've got a lot more to discuss.